Welcome to the High-Tech Investments News Report for Week 12. The news report covers some of the many investments projects High-Tech Investments is currently involved in so you can follow our progress. We hope you will enjoy this news feed and look forward to your comments and remarks.
Hi, Bo here, and welcome back to this week's news report where we have a couple of announcements regarding this YouTube channel in itself. And then on top of that, obviously, we have plenty of news on some of the other platforms we have because Trillant has done a new raffle. We're going to have a closer look at that particular new raffle with a lot more winners than we have previously seen. We also have a couple of videos out on different trading EAs this particular week. And there's definitely been disasters along those lines because everything that has happened in the financial markets in the last couple of weeks. We're going to have a look at everything. On top of that, obviously, there's also changes in our Decenomy coins. Some are actually doing better than expected and better than we have seen in a while. And obviously also new things is coming up to yield notes. We're going to have a closer look at everything. The first part, of course, is the most important thing. It is we have 4,000 YouTube subscribers and we have you, the viewers, to thank for everything that we have managed so far. We really appreciate the support, and the growing channel basically indicates to us that you are happy with some of the things you see. We will continue to expand on this and try and find new investment trading opportunities in the future so you can follow everything that we do, and that way you don't necessarily have to invest any of your own money until you're absolutely sure that this is exactly what you want to do. You can let us lead the way for you. On top of this, we also have 150 uploads apparently on the YouTube this week. So all the announcements come in one and the same week. And we've been around now for about 2 years, meaning that basically we are uploading 2 to 3 videos. It depends sometimes on what is happening around the world on the platforms and obviously in the trading section here too. But one thing you can be sure of is we normally always have the news report available for Friday morning for you to have a look at to see exactly what has happened the entire week. So let's get started on that. And yield notes is the first one. As always here, 5%. We should have that in the platform by early April. That will basically go back and be for the first quarter of 2023. We're not going to be able to get this one out as what we understand so far, but still it is paper money and hopefully everything will be resolved later on in the year. Now, the marketplace also within yield notes has stopped functioning, stopped working. So normally when you click the claims button here now, you actually get in where you can read a bit more info about what is actually happening with yield notes. And there's this little text here regarding the community video, the NFTs that are coming in early April. And we have also made this particular video here. So where we basically try to sum up everything that has happened in the last couple of months and also what we expect to see in the previous months or the future months that are coming here. So everything should be in this particular video. We will make sure also that there's a link in the description below so you can find it there. Now, if we have a look at the SAPP and Sapphire coin, we can see that the return on the investment on the iHostMM website here is pretty much the same, 54% last week, 53% this particular week, so pretty much stable. We can see the shared masternoding is up by about 2.5%. And overall coin development has also gone in the positive direction. Basically, we are at minus 61%. Last week, we're at minus 71%, so about 10% difference, which is obviously excellent news. But we do believe that that comes mainly from the development here of Bitcoin. If we have a look at the graph, it's very difficult to see a big change overall. It is there. Slightly upward trend, but then again, it might as well just be from the Bitcoin that has developed, and we're going to have a closer look at that a bit later in the program. PNY, not much is happening, 8% for the shared mastodon in this particular week. Return on the investment is up, so overall 67% per year at the moment, but overall coin development pretty much the same place, about 92%, similar to what we found last week. And again, the graph itself looks pretty flat. Nothing has basically changed. There's not really any volatility within that particular coin at the moment, which is very unfortunate. But this is, I believe, the picture we will continue to see for the next couple of months. Birake is the one actually on the move for all the Decenomy coins. This is the one where we see most progress. And if we have a look at the return on the investment, it is a bit down from last week, about 3% overall. But the shared masternoding is now up another 8%, so 208.92. And overall coin development is also back in plus. Last week it was in plus, but by 0.36, so not much. 26 is definitely better than nothing, but obviously we hope for a lot more to come in the future. You can see the graph has a slight upward trend, and hopefully that will continue. If we have a quick look at Bitcoin versus USDT here, so for the last weeks, we can, or the last week itself, we can see where we left it last week, about 24,600. Since then, it has been on the move, almost managed to get into the 29,000, and then it has dropped in the middle of the week. Now it's reclaiming part of what it lost, and right now it's trading around 27,694. So let's see how this development going to be, if it can break through the 29,000. Elevate Pass is not breaking any records at the moment, still at 0% for week 12, and we have reached out again to Elevate Pass CEO Raphael. And Raphael didn't reply directly to us, but he did reply within the community group app here. And to a guy called Robin, says basically they are talking to some partners and they should be able to share something in the next couple of weeks, which means that we are not going to see anything happening in March. Everything looks to be happening now in early April to mid-April. So let's hope that this time around it's going to stick. And one of the things Raphael is going to talk about is basically the CoinFriend portal. He wants to expand on this. Exactly how that's going to go, we still don't know. And we simply just have to wait and see what him and his team is going to tell us. Now in the Trillant raffle, so we have seen a couple of cars being taken out. Now everything has changed. Basically, the community wanted a few more gifts, less value overall here. And we can see that we now have 40 prices. This is from the video itself on the weekend with the CEO, and he was doing the electronic withdrawal, and there was about 1,000 in there. And again, I'll explain in a second here how you can actually be in on the raffle. First prize here is 30,000 Trill, which is the same as USDT, so it's a stable coin. And that will then go into your platform, and you can then use it on the Trillant platform if you want to buy computers, laptops, anything else that is there. They decided to do it like this instead because different countries have different regulations, and it simply became a bit too difficult to make sure that the people got their prices on time. Now, I mentioned the raffle, and the way to be in on this raffle is every single month you have to buy a minimum of $500 tree, and then you have to stake it also, which is the main part, the main income that you're actually getting from the Trillant platform. You have to lock it in for 52 weeks. You will get a yield of 50%, or it could even be higher depending on if you can restake it when the coin price goes up. At the moment, the coin price has not gone up, and we're going to have a look at that here. If we start on the xt.com broker, you can actually see that last week we left it around 0.00039, I believe, roughly around there. So it has gone down a bit since then, and now trading at 000 and then 351. We can also see that the volume itself is about 162 million. And again, more sales than buys, and that basically gets the price down. If we have a look at CoinStore, it's very similar also again on the price here. Came from the same level, and also here it's at 0.000348 at the moment. But there's been some massive sell-offs. You can see a lot of red spikes here. That is basically a lot of people been selling off, and that's a bit unusual through the entire week here. So we're not sure if we're going to hit bottom anytime soon. Our Solar Kingdom, we're playing around with here also. Nothing major on that particular platform. Fresh value means we haven't put any more money in it. We're simply just letting it run at the moment. The only change that we have is on our reactor value, and that has gone up from the initial one, so from 0.66 from last week. So very good development overall. BNB versus USDT, and also here it seems to have followed pretty much what we see on the Bitcoin side itself. So last week with the BNB, we were looking roughly around the $320 mark. Since then, BNB has gone up about 345 and followed Bitcoin down again, and currently trading at 325. It is an all-time high. So this time around, the 345 for this particular year. And very good development, but again, it will still be tied somehow into Bitcoin most of the time. Money3 also had a bit of a disaster, and that again comes down to a couple of trades and everything that happens in the financial markets in the last couple of weeks here. Basically, what we had is we had a couple of trades, one with the 3 trades in it and another one with 2. And unfortunately, it came against us here, and as it hit 30% on the drawdown, all the trades basically closed. We took a loss, and that's why you can also see the minus 29.80% for the Blaze broker and 29.34 for the IG broker. They took similar trades overall, and obviously not a very good development for the week. And you can follow all these trades by going on our website again. There is links, as you can see here. So for the Blaze FX Blue link and also for the IG link, you can try and compare the two. And that's what we did in this particular video we have sent out this week, where a disaster hit the money tree. And there was actually a couple of things in this particular video. So first of all, yes, the settings that we had, the EA didn't burn down to the ground, so it is still good for about $7,500. So, but obviously we lost about $3,000. So on both the accounts here, it's still trading, and hopefully it will recover some of the losses overall. But one of the things that we found in here was when we looked at the developers, the Leap FX site, we could see that it was not taking the same trades. So they didn't take the same losses as we did, and we had a big concern about that in this particular video here. Since then, and also in the video, we promised we're going to talk to the developers, and we've been doing that for the last many days. We now understand exactly why there's a difference, and we're going to do a whole particular video on this, but basically it comes down to that they didn't have all the currencies set in that we have, for example, that you have in the manual that tells you these are the ones you can trade. And on top of that, they were also experimenting with other ones that is not part of the manual. So it's all starting to make sense to us, but we will do a particular video here and go through all the different steps, because there are certainly things learned, both from the trader side, but I also believe from Leap FX, to understand exactly how to avoid confusion with the traders that trade the EA when they try to compare their results up against Leap FX. Second video we did this week here is also from the Profit Retriever. We have now actually trading this one for a year. So very much happy birthday to both Alex from Expert Forex. This has been some journey, and we were actually hoping to get to the $200,000 mark in 1 year, even though we only started with 3, 4, or 5 accounts here back in March 2022. We did have a bit of a crash so in recent weeks because of everything that happened in the market, and we are recovering. But overall, $192,000 in 1 year on our portfolio is definitely well. So we have taken this video and gone through everything in the last 12 months, all the ups and downs, the in and outs of the EA, and definitely worth a watch. We will make sure that the link is there in the description below as usual. And having a quick look at it, you can see the historic numbers. 371 days is what the trading has been going on. Weekly returns of 2.6 and monthly returns of 11.4. And this is actually including the account that also broke. We haven't changed anything so that you could see that. We're not hiding anything here. But close profits, as you can see, as of today, is now up to 195,298 and keep going up again. Free margin overall, 370,000. And when you take into consideration that this portfolio at the time was set up with 23 EAs, so 230,000, that is definitely overall very good. So obviously on this particular one, there's a difference between the balance and the equity itself, because there's always a drawdown on the profit retriever. But as you can see here, also highly marked in March, even though we took a big hit on minus 14,000 during the last couple of weeks here, we are already back in plus for the month of March, 2,675, and we do believe that we're going to end up somewhere around the $5,000 to $8,000 mark, which is quite incredible after such a big crash. If we have a look at the graph, you can also see here that we are recovering very nicely and very quickly again. So even though this was a big dip, that is the strength again of trading a portfolio, a lot of different robots. While one will crash, all the other ones will more than make up for it. And that's what we really like about this particular EA. Also the week, because of the high volatility, we can see some big numbers, and Bitcoin USDT is actually on top with $1,696 or 17.0%. Now, this particular signal, you won't find it on the coupling trading with Expert Forex. We took it off now quite a long time ago. I did see it came back for some reason, but it will not link up. If you are interested in using that link, please just send us a comment in the video description below. Send us an email saying you want to try and trade this. We might open up for it again. It is trading fine, but we do believe that it is quite risky, especially because, again, Forex markets normally have a top and bottom. You can see that over time, where crypto doesn't really have it. We are just playing around with it to see if we can make it work, and obviously we can. You can see a nice big profit. Euro Japanese, if we go to that one, also did extremely well, 11.3%. And then the very stable US 30 index, once again, it has done extremely well, 10.7%. And we're all talking about this in just 1 week. So incredible. British pounds Japanese, 7.6%. US CAD, 6.9%. Overall, the top 5 here, $5,363 made, or 10.7%. So impressive numbers, and glad to see that, again, we have at least 3 of the top 5 within double digits. If you want to know more about the profit retriever, definitely one of the places you can go is to our homepage here. We have both, if you want to trade this one yourself, we have plenty of videos both from ourselves. We have handpicked stuff from Expert Forex and other links in there that will help you get started on your journey. If you think this is way too complicated and way too time consuming, you head over to the copy link trading instead. Plenty of videos over there also from what we have made, what you need to look out for. So definitely go and have a look. And on top of this, we can now also tell you that the link to success Expert Forex homepage here has changed a bit again. And I reach out to Alex just to understand, because when you go in now on the page, there's only 25 links. The rest are now hidden. And what he has done here is basically put in some criteria for when you are on page 1. So floating profit and loss has to be under $1,000 or 10%. Account age bigger than 90 days. And normally you can register all these signals within about 3 or 4 weeks. So with Expert Forex. But now the new list here, you will only be registered when it has been trading at least for 3 months, which is a very good idea. Monthly average gains bigger than 10%, which is actually quite high. Definitely we have robots that are trading very well, but still 7-8% we consider very good. But anyway, we are looking at the 10% mark, and obviously we still can see that plenty of EAs can do that. Worst week drawdown less than $1,000, so obviously a very good and safe way also to know that if it's on the list there, drawdown will be extremely low. Gains in the last 8 weeks has to be more than 10% or 1,000. Again, that is high numbers for sure. 8 weeks return on drawdown. Basically, we're talking about prop trading ratios in here. Has to be over 150%. So there's a lot of different criteria now in order to make it to page 1. Page 1 looks like this now. As we said, there's only 25 links on that, and actually we went in to have a look. This is being updated normally once a week. We could see out of the 25, we actually have 10 signals in there. And that assures us that we must be doing something right. We must be doing our testing, back testing and forward testing in the right manner, since we have so many signals in the top 25, which is great to see. Obviously, we have more. Some of them are in drawdown due to what has happened in the financial markets here. Other ones has already come out of it, but not necessarily on this particular list. So the best place is normally go and find them. So on the secondary pages on Expert Forex. Last but not least, Alex has also released a video this week for 5 reasons why you should use the FBS Forex broker. And this is a new broker he's actually trying out instead of the InstaForex. InstaForex has a large spread, and that can sometimes basically provide less profit. So for the copy link traders in here, he believes that the FSB is a better option. He has tested that for a while, and the information is in this particular video. Definitely worth having a closer look at if you're into the copy link trading and want to set up a Cent account. The only issue here is that Europeans will not be able to do so, from what we understand from Alex's video here. And that's what we had for you in this week's news report. We hope, as always, that you enjoyed the news information. We will always like to hear back from you. If there's something you want to hear more or see more about, we will definitely try and do our best to do that. And once again, thank you very much for supporting this YouTube channel. And I hope to see you on the next couple of videos. Bye-bye.
I hope you enjoyed our news report. So please don't forget to like and add your comment below, as we would love to get your feedback. But before you go, make sure you subscribe to the channel and don't forget to keep the notification bell turned on. That way, you will never miss any of our future videos. We hope to see you back on this channel very soon.